Luis with the first question. Hello from Portugal. Once again, thank you for this Open Futures Friday. Thank you for posting the levels, pre-market reviews, possible trades, post-market. Number one, do you have any book or books that you would say had an impact on you as a developing trader? Absolutely. Um, it goes without saying. I think most people here are going to know the first one out of my mouth, and that is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. A lot of what I teach in terms of mental framework or they're really built upon the foundation of what I learned from Mark Douglas. I think that doesn't matter if you're a NADRO methodology trader or something else, it doesn't matter. If it's discretionary, if you're not a pure algo, and even then I'd argue you still need it, everything will fall apart if you're not able to think differently about markets and trading. I was having a conversation earlier with one of my desk traders. Reached out, they needed a little extra help, so we hopped on the phone and we talked it out. And it's this trader has a lot of skills, but they've got some mental framework, natural human trader issues bogging them down and erasing a lot of the profits that they have built up in their account month after month. It's happened. They've been on the desk for a couple months now. So it's really, really important that you build that foundation, that you learn to look. My whole thing, they were telling me about some other psychologists and different things, and they learned some stuff from. And I was saying, look, instead of dealing with the emotions, guys, instead of dealing with the FOMO, right? For example, a lot of the stuff that's out there is band-aid fixes and some coping mechanisms and some resetting procedures and all kinds of things. If you do the things that I lay out in the mental framework stuff in the NADRO course, I promise you, if you're diligent about it, and I say it over and over and over, it has to be consistent effort over long periods of time to get this stuff down. But if you do those things, you have less problems to deal with because you're thinking differently about markets. You're thinking differently about the next trade. If you can think differently about those things, you have less strong emotions, less FOMO, less tilt, less of all of that. I'm not saying we become perfect, but you will have less. I guarantee that. And I don't say a lot of guarantees because it's the trading world, right? There's no guarantees, but I guarantee if you do the things that I teach in terms of mental framework, you will have less trader psychology problems. That goes for every person because we're all humans. We're all brought up in a certain society and schooling, and we're all kind of very similar in the way we're wired, I think, biologically, instinctually, right? These things that we deal with as humans. Okay. So other books, sorry, I got off on a tangent there. I'm trying to think of the most impactful ones. Obviously, another one, which is around mental side of things, is actually a tennis book. It's not a trading book. It's called The Truth About Winning. Good luck finding a copy of it. I hear they sell for a pretty penny these days, but if you can find one, grab it. It's by Tom Veneziano. The Truth About Winning. It's a very simple, thin, little short paperback read, but it's a beautiful, beautiful book in terms of resetting mentally and becoming a good loser and all those kind of things, which I teach in if you want the distillation of my favorite books and all kinds of stuff, mental framework that I teach in the NADRO courses where you'll get all that. What about trading specific books? I mean, it's really hard. I mean, Don Jones, value-based power trading, I think is the name of it. That was probably one of the most impactful ones in terms of not learning market profile, but learning to really think in terms of value. I learned more from that book than I did from the Dalton books. Which, if you're getting into profiling, the Dalton books is, I think, where everyone should start. So, Mind Over Markets, Dalton, that's a good one. Um, I think there's a book, but I'm remembering the author, Marcel Link, I think. Uh, I am struggling to remember the name of it. It's got a white cover. It's like Trading Simple, or no, what is it called? Let's Google it. High Probability Trading. That one I feel like was impactful to me. I don't remember specifics. It's been a long, long time ago, but I remember for quite a while that was, um, one of my favorite trading books for years. Look, even the little paperback. I remember one of the first books I got, like late high school or early college. I got a beginner's guide to short term trading. I think it was by a female. I forget her name. Um, but those are all very good, um, little little books to just get you started. They're not going to tell you how to do it, guys. Use those books as just picking up nuggets here and there, learning ways of thinking about different things and starting to put something together. None of them are going to give you everything.